Welcome back, mercenaries. Fox is going to continue for the second episode of the day for BattleTech. Now, wait, we don't want to go to contracts. We want to go to here. So over here we've got the Hunchback. It is done. I waited out the customizations. If I was playing in the career mode, there's kind of like, I mean, it's not a hard time limit, but there's a time limit for your evaluation. You can play past the evaluation, but I typically play up to the evaluation. And as a result, normally I would not just wait for a customization to complete. Normally I would try to complete it in between system travel. But in this case, in the campaign, I don't mind just waiting. So here is our Hunchback. And our stats are going to be 840 armor. And the mech is a little bit slower than average. 200 meters is what you would expect a heavy mech to move at, so this mech is a bit on the slow side, but it's extremely heavily armored for a medium mech, and it's got great weaponry carry. And plus we're carrying one of the really deadly weapons. So before we actually send this mech off for combat, we need to do some things. First thing we're going to do is I need the cockpit mod back, and I need to give it to the Hunchback. And that's because this is now going to be the BattleMech that goes in the front.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
And I'm going to wait. And it's done. And so we have a death match, which is perfect. A good old death match is just what we need for a, what do you call it? A tundra sounds interesting. A tundra biome is a cold boreal forest with icy peaks and barren permafrost. Heat sinks slightly more readily, heat sinks slightly more readily. Not heat sinks as in the device a heat sink, but rather heat literally sinks slightly more readily in this biome. But occasionally pockets of geothermally heated hot springs can reduce the efficiency for any mechs that stand in them. This one sounds pretty good. And then the other biome, we have a polar biome. The polar biome is marked by ice sheets, thick snow, and boreal vegetation. Let's try this one. So, I will take the money, I think, more than the salvage. We'll split it down the middle in case then something, an interesting battle mech appears. So, here we go. So the way it's going to work is, if I don't get an interesting mech to show, then I'm just going to continue playing off-screen until we get somewhere more interesting. So I am going, well, that's not true. We're going to put in, what battle mechs are we going to need? We're going to use a fire starter. We're going to put in the Hunchback, probably the quick draw, and the blackjack. So that means I'm going to be leading the attack in the Hunchback. I want to get more training in here, so lore will stay in there. Lucky Duck can go into the blackjack. And who's going to pilot the quick draw? I guess Mad Cat hasn't had a chance to go into a battle yet, so in a little bit. So he'll go in. These two will get some more EXP. This should be a fairly even match. Like, we might have a slight advantage, but two skulls is pretty appropriate. Like, the enemy is mainly going to be medium mechs. Or if they outnumber us, there'll be a bunch of light mechs. Possibly you can periodically see a heavy mech show up in a two-skull mission, but this should be a fairly even battle. Like, it should be slightly in our favor. Destroy the legacy lance of Directorate mechs. Many years ago, we fought a lengthy conflict with the Directorate here on Weldry. Recently, however, news has trickled from a remote region of the planet. Obviously, this is just randomly generated dialogue, because there's no way they could have fought a lengthy conflict over here, just because this is a brand new... So, Commander, we can't underestimate these old-timers, but fortunately we could expect poorly maintained mechs. Okay, so this is probably going to be higher quality mechs, so that means splitting the salvage down the middle is probably a good idea. Looks like we found our targets, Commander. Move forward and clear them out. Be careful, these mechs may be old and poorly maintained, but they can still kill you.
Waiting for...
So I'm expecting this to be a 4-on-4 battle, and I'm expecting a few things. One, I do expect this to be a 4-on-4, And I also expect it to... I expect it to be medium mechs versus medium mechs, basically. I'm gonna go this way, I think. I want the Blackjack to start getting some terrain elevation.
Acknowledged.
I don't want to go too far ahead, though, because the Hunchback is the one that's supposed to lead the attack. Crossing, I have a feeling that my estimation is that the enemy is going to spot me somewhere in this area here, which is annoying because I need to get into these trees. Okay, let's see if we detect them. Nope. So I'm not going to move because I don't want to if we do detect them, they're going to begin advancing. So I don't want to go past the Hunchback, basically.
I got you.
So we're going to stay right here.
Yes, Commander.
I am going to try to sprint. I'm going to sprint over here, which will probably reveal them, and then I'll be able to sprint into cover. So I won't be able to shoot next turn, but that's fine. It's more important for me to get into cover. The reason why the Hunchback went down quickly when we battled it is because, oh, so they're over there. Interesting. Well, no, they're spaced out. Very interesting.
Standing by.
I wonder if we can get into these trees over here with the Blackjack. So right now, this is still kind of the stage where we can kind of battle for some positioning. So I wonder if their main force is in this area and they just have this one guy off to the side. That's what I'm going to assume right now. So I'm going to have... Here's my current idea. The Hunchback and the Blackjack will team up to battle in the main fight, while the more mobile mechs, which the two more mobile mechs are the Firestarter and the Quick Draw, they're going to go over here to gang up on this one guy. Then they'll come back and probably flank the main force, if that is indeed how they did it. But if we're wrong, these two mechs are pretty fast, so they'll be able to react to it.
Ready to rock.
I think I'll reserve. They have two mechs at Initiative 2. That's kind of worrisome. That means two of their mechs are likely heavy mechs. So I'm going to sprint into cover. Oh, looks like I don't have to sprint into cover. I'm going to just move here. And then I'm going to guard, which will give me 60% defense. And I'm also going to get a view on this guy. Oh my god, it's a Warhammer. I'm going to guard. That is a heavy mech. Okay, it looks like there isn't a way to shoot from there. Wow, that's a problem. I'm thinking right now. Here's the problem. Normally I would want to take a shot at the Warhammer, but the Warhammer is basically the same kind of mech my Blackjack is, except like he's like, oh, you are puny compared to me. In other words, if I can shoot the Warhammer can shoot back at me. So, and let me tell you what, the Warhammer's going to do way more damage to me than me to it. So I'm going to get into cover. Basically, we're going to wait. We'll be patient. We're going to wait. Guard.
What are your orders, Skipper?
I'm going to reserve... let's let them make some moves. I want to see what they do. Here comes the Warhammer. That's an incredibly legendary mech. Okay. Despite getting hit with 2 PPCs and 2 medium lasers, we only lost 1 notch of armor.
Ready for orders.
Gonna reserve again. I'm gonna let them keep coming out. Missiles, huh? Wow, that's a lot of missiles. That's a catapult. That has to be a catapult.
Damage minimal.
Orders?
Okay, so we have a better idea what we're dealing with. I am gonna jump because I want the maximum evasion. And like I said, I'm pretty confident that this is a catapult, which means we can ambush it. Yep, it is a catapult. This is, this mech here is a very, like, they have a lot of really iconic mechs in this battle. The catapult and the what do you call it, Warhammer. Good salvage, though.
Accuracy through volume of 5.
If we could defeat them cleanly, at least.
Good to go.
Which I believe we will. I hope we will. Now, the Catapult is not in a great position right now. Like, he's getting, like, jumped by the two of us.
Here it comes.
Give him a taste of his own medicine. Okay.
Skipper.
Let's see its damage report. It's hurt pretty bad on its left torso. So I have the option of pressing the attack on it here. I think I will as well. And yes, that's still in range. I want to jump for a little extra evasion. And it's cold. It's a cold climate area, so the extra heat won't affect me. As you can see right there, I'm barely gaining any heat.
Locking off. All weapons.
Let me see if I can get his... There we go. Ammo explosion. I was hoping for the... Machine guns are really good at causing ammo explosions. So that's causing a lot of damage to this mech. An Enforcer. Yeah, these are some tough mechs they brought out. Fortunately, the Hunchback is pretty hard to kill when it's in cover. On the other hand, I can't allow them to melee me. If they melee me, I'm going to be in trouble. Let's start allowing the other side of my mech to take some damage, which is the left side. So let's go like this. I'm going to tank up with Vigilance because I want to maintain my 60% defense. And I'm just going to shoot everything at this guy. There you go. 100 damage with that AC-20. That's one of my favorite weapons, is the AC-20. He's not feeling too good there. Like, that punched straight through his armor and nearly destroyed his left torso.
Waiting for orders.
I need to take a shot on him. I can't just... Okay.
Hitting out.
Maybe we can take his arm here. There we go. Left arm, left torso down.
Something good.
So what's so good about the AC-20, it's not just the damage, it's the fact that all the damage hits in one spot. And what that means is... Ow, 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 ow. That Warhammer is doing a lot of damage to us.
Commander.
Okay, we're gonna get in close right here. And try to...
On my way.
I don't know if we could finish off the Catapult here, because it is a heavy mech, so it could survive some hits. But maybe we can get its leg, actually. If we get the leg, it'll take an accuracy penalty. Yep. So now, even if it gets back up to shoot at the Firestarter, who did get a bit battered by those PPCs, it'll have a pretty nasty aim penalty. Alright, so now the Catapult gets back up. What are you going to do? He's gonna melee me. Okay. He hits. This mech can handle it, though.
Losing lots of armor.
It's with the double small lasers. Okay. I am probably... Okay, I think the Warhammer is... Let me close up my left side a little more. Same thing, I'm just gonna keep shooting from here. Oh, God! Just... Oh, my God, the AC-20 is like... You can't be... You do not want to get closer to the Hunchback. Typically, when you see a Hunchback, your goal is to move farther. Oh, I didn't know that I lost an arm on the Firestarter. The Firestarter can afford to lose one of the arms just as... I do lose a medium laser and a small laser, but... My machine guns are mainly in the torso area, so it's not as bad as it could be. This is an opportunity to finish off the Catapult, though. At the same time, though, I need to move. I can't keep getting shot by the, What am I gonna do with this guy? That's annoying, because I want to shoot really bad. But at the same time, Let's just play it safe. I think we're just being too greedy. So let's just jump over here. Basically, just get out of the fight for a moment.
Lifting off. Receiving you.
Okay, so we are out of position now because the Warhammer has gotten out of our field of fire. So we're just going to sprint to get back into position.
Confirmed.
Coming back. He's kind of confused on where he wants to go. Where are you going? Ugh. He's doing a ton of damage too. That Warhammer is doing a lot of damage. But he's overheating. He's like pushing the mech really hard. Left torso armor is just completely gone after that. So I'm just gonna back up and
Moving to position.
just turn so that my right side is facing. This should finish it. There's no way that we're not going to finish this catapult off. Yeah, he's down. Only get to salvage one piece, but
Hostile eliminated.
the enemy is too powerful at the moment for us to really... Well, we might be able to salvage this Warhammer, though. Yeah, I want to give that a chance, actually. I could take a gamble here that he's not going to shoot because he's overheating, but he could shoot anyways and be like, I'm going to defy your expectations. I'm going to try to salvage the Warhammer. I'm going to try to take its legs.
Here we go.
So the first thing we need to do is just start hitting him from the flanks. Like this. And I'm going to do a targeted shot on his leg. That was not his leg. We hit something important, though. Like, something went through his armor. Okay, we went through his side torso quite a bit.
Commander.
Which is fine. It'll cause an injury. Plus, we kind of just need to get through it anyways. This guy will be... once again, I'm going to kind of gamble that he's not going to alpha strike me with every one of his guns, but, yeah, we'll see.
Firing all weapons.
Okay. Now, if he does, he's much like... the Warhammer has a lot of weapons in its arms, so...
Yes, Commander.
How about right here? I think I'm going to jump. I don't want my left side facing. And by jumping, I can have my right side facing. We'll pull one medium laser off. And once again, you can see we're targeting the other side of him at the moment.
Critical hit, Commander.
Okay, so what is the Warhammer gonna do? Ow, ow. Oh, he did shoot. But like I said, he lost some of his weapons, so his attack isn't as
Got past my armor.
painful as it usually is. Okay, so it's his left side that we need to start attacking now. Okay, then. We'll jump over here onto his left side. This is my right side, correct? Yeah, so let's go like this.
Engaging jump jet.
Try and target his legs again.
Copy that.
Got another one of his weapons.
Reporting. Critical hit.
We could try another precision shot. This could work poorly. There's a very high probability of that. Oh, yeah, that was not good. This mech is nearly dead now as a result of that. Yeah, his center torso is pretty heavily banged
Waiting
up.
for orders.
I really needed to hit his leg with the AC-20, but no such luck. What is this? Right arm, so let's go over here. We'll show our left side to
Moving
him.
to position.
I'm just gonna guard.
Orders.
What can we do? Let's see what we got. I want to see what target I have available. This is rear armor, so we're just gonna guard. Let him have a turn. And he's going to melee combat, it seems. Ow, he kicked me. What a jerk. And he zaps me with his little baby laser. What a jerk.
Orders?
Okay, which side of him is not as... It's... Okay, it's this side. So let's move right here.
Copy that.
Take a shot at him. Okay, we got his left torso, left arm, so that's 2 injuries. We've got to, you know, I've got to hit his leg with the autocannon. I'm probably not, though. He's probably dead right here. Yep, he's dead right here. My pilot is like, man, like, that's stupid. Like, center torso only.
Destroyed.
Normally the way you would salvage a mech is to knock him over with missiles until you shake the pilot up enough, but we don't have that option right now. It would be a lot easier if I had someone who was a tactics specialist, because when a tactics specialist, when someone who has like lots of skill in the strategy line, when they take an aimed shot, they get a lot more accuracy. Either way, though, still, like, even though we only get 1 piece of the BattleMech, that's not a bad start. And damage wasn't too bad, except on the fire starter. And like I said, the arm only contains 2 weapons, the small laser and the medium laser. So it's not as bad as it could be. As you can see, though, the Hunchback, the main weapon on it, the AC-20, that it does a ton of damage. It's very hard to... You can't take too many hits from AC-20, and smaller mechs can be destroyed in 1 hit if it hits them center torso. So I'm going to take the Catapult and the Warhammer just to start building towards them. Which is fine with me. And you also got to see that the Hunchback also has pretty good armor. Like, when it's in cover, it takes a while to bring it down. It has armor competitive with some of the earlier heavy mechs. Which is why it's perfect for leading the attack. Let's take a look at our damage report. Minimal damage. This one is 0 C-bills in 1 day, just basically a really basic repair job. And over here, we just lost the arm, and that's easily replaceable with 1 medium laser and 1 small laser, and then it'll be good as new. And the repair bill, you know, 37,000 C-bills. That's not a big deal. We can take that. Plus, I need to have that. This mech is important to have. It's my fly swatter. Wait, what? What's wrong with it? Oh, never mind. Wait. Oh, I forgot that. That needs to be repaired as well. There we go.
Log and note. Shouldn't be too hard.
But yep, I think you can see how these mechs are progressing. So you will not see another episode until I get far enough along, which, you know, I'll play the campaign off screen long enough to get somewhere else. I'll be grinding some more of these missions though, and when I have a new BattleMech to show you, or a new campaign mission, whichever comes first, then we will go back in. Like, we've got plenty of money, and let's check the store real quick. Awesome. I kind of want to buy a piece of the awesome. But like I said, at the same time, maybe not. Maybe I want to go through the game a little more organically and not skip into the biggest mechs. But yep, until next time, guys, I will do some more missions. And yeah, this is a much shorter episode, so I'm definitely glad to see that. Also, I really liked that battle just because you got to see some of the bigger mechs, and it was, like I said, it was much more of an even match. They had bigger mechs than we did, but at the same time, and their pilots were also really good. Like, those were like veteran pilots. But their main weakness is that their battle mechs were not properly maintained. Like, a lot of their armor was already missing, and like you just can't have that when you're going against a really heavy-duty mech like the Hunchback. Like, if you're missing armor already, then the AC-20 is just going to, like, every single shot is just going to, like, go, like, straight through you. And that was the issue. It's also why the Catapult went down so quickly, because The Catapult typically, I think it has about 800 armor. It shouldn't go down as fast as it did, but like, and also it was out of position, and we took advantage of it with the two faster mechs were able to like jump in on it and cause a lot of damage. And then like the Warhammer pilot got a little, he's like, oh, who do I shoot at? You know, do I shoot at the, like, I think he shot at like 3 different targets. I think he shot once at every one of my mechs, rather than like, you know, concentrating its fire on one guy at a time. But, yeah, I mean, that one went really well. Like, especially the combination of the fire starter and the quick draw, able to, like, jump on the enemy mechs that are out of position, the ones that are, like, you know, like, their allies are too far away to support them, especially when they're not in cover either. You know, he's out in the open, doesn't have support, doesn't have cover, and his mech isn't properly repaired, and then you've got jump-capable mechs ready to pounce on top of you. Like, that went, like, overall, like, that went basically the way I planned it. The only thing I didn't plan for was obviously the Warhammer to, like, go, like, shoot it, like, fire it wildly at every single target, and ultimately the fire starter lost its arm, but that's okay. Not a big deal. At any rate, like this video if it was entertaining, subscribe for future BattleTech content. Of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.